Hi everyone, good afternoon. I hope you all survived the snow. It certainly gave us challenges we weren't expecting. I'm hoping to get this video to you on Monday. It's Sunday afternoon, I'm taping it. Hope to put it up at the university on Monday if I get there. So then you'll have a chance to view it. So this is really just an introduction. You've seen this course outline, I hope. I posted on Blackboard a draft of the readings that go along week by week. So each week I'll prepare one of these video introductions to give you a little mini lecture, I suppose, about where the course is and my expectations, and further the conversation a little bit. It will be archived on this website so that you can go back and listen to it again. They'll all be short, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, to kind of direct your attention. The order in which we're going to progress through the course is the first part we're going to do sickness, and then we'll do reconciliation, and then we'll do consolation, order of Christian funerals, and the Ministry of Grieving and Consolation. And there are 3 books for the course. The first one should be easy to get. It's this Being Mortal by Atul Gawande. And it's a recent book, just published last year, and it's a bestseller. And it was also the subject of a Frontline public broadcasting program last year, just about a year ago. And I put the link to that just underneath this video introduction on the website. So I presume that many, if not most of you, have already begun reading the book. If not, you might want to view the video first before reading the book. I read the book as soon as it came out, and then afterwards saw the video, and I got to meet some of the people that I had read about in the book. And so it doesn't matter which way you do it. You might want to meet the people before you read about them, or you might want to read about them before you meet them, and then you'd say, oh yes, that's that one. Or you might want to do them simultaneously. Really, it's up to you. Atul Gawande is a physician, oncologist, surgeon, as well as a writer. So he often writes for the New Yorker magazine, and parts of this book appeared as New Yorker articles as well before that. So you might find a good bit written about him. Both the book and the video, Frontline, are brutally honest about himself, and about the patients that he's treated, and about things that he wished he had learned and done. And he only realized the impact that sickness has when it was his own father who was the patient. And they were confronting things. So you might, in the context of this course, even say that this has a confessional quality about it. Admitting his shortcomings and really learning from them. And throughout Being Mortal, he really poses questions to the reader and gives you something to think about. And then I'll pose further questions to give you something more to think about. Mostly to challenge you to think how we could do things better, or how we could not just accept the status quo, or how we can use our religious beliefs to make things better for the people to whom we minister, or to society in general. So that's the first book. The second book is a collection of essays, Recovering the Riches of Anointing. And here you meet a variety of authors on different subjects. All are, very fine theologians. And rather than read this as a whole, cover to cover, the way we're doing Being Mortal, each of the essays is assigned separately. And I don't think they necessarily go in the order in which they appear in the book. The third book is a book I wrote called A Time for Embracing. It's old now. It's out of print. So finding it might have proved a challenge to you, because you can't get it through the bookstore, but you can get it through Amazon.com at very reduced prices. And it's old in that the allusions, so it presumes things that are pre-internet, and some of the references to things that are going on in contemporary culture are dated, but the theology of it isn't dated, and it has something to say to us still. I'm planning on revising the text with more contemporary allusions, but I've not gotten around to that yet. A few other things on the front burner. Then, besides that, other essays or other TED Talks or videos will be required, and I'll make those available to you on Blackboard. And I'll also make some things available on eReserves. The other thing you'll need to refer to are the rituals of the church. So you'll need to refer to the rite of pastoral care and anointing. And these are available in the library. There aren't many in the class, so there shouldn't be a run on them in the library. Or through some of you are engaged in pastoral work, so in the parish, you should find a copy of it available, and or ask a priest friend if you could borrow one. So we'll be using the rite of pastoral care for the sick, the rite of reconciliation, and the order of Christian funerals at different points in the semester. So we'll be using those texts as well. And all of the English translations are the same, regardless of what format they're used, whether they're, from Ireland or Scotland or England or Australia or the United States. All of the translations are done by the International Commission on English and the Liturgy, so they're identical. I'll each week put up a section on the discussion board where you can also ask questions that are related to the unit. And if you have troubles, you know where to find me. I've given you on the syllabus my email address and my telephone numbers, assorted telephone numbers. My office is in the lower level of St. John Hall, and I have my office hours, but I'm there at other times as well. You could contact me ahead of time. I think that's about it. So I hope you have a good week and don't have too much difficulty with the questions on the discussion board or finding the textbooks. But if you do, let me know. Goodbye.